This hopefully quick video is going to be just on logging into the server. So logging into the server is covered in tutorial one. It's also covered a little bit in the first video, so video one. But there's no place where it's separated out, just the act of logging onto the server. So again, the server is going to be important because all the work that you do in this class will start on the server. All of the daily labs will be done on the server. All the portfolio items will be done first on the server and then moved to GitHub. Okay. So the first thing you need, what I've got popped up now, usually in my videos, I use a program called Warp. Warp is available for free for Mac and Windows, and it's an enhanced terminal emulator. Okay. But what I'm using here is just the basic terminal app found on a Macintosh. Okay. So on Windows, you have a couple more options. You can use a built-in terminal app. Sorry, you can use PowerShell, which has the built-in. You can type in the SSH commands from there. You can also use Windows Terminal, or in the past, we've always used an SSH client called Putty, Putty. Any of those are fine. Okay, so this class is done primarily on the command line interface, which may be different for a lot of you, but it's very useful. Okay. So the first thing to say in logging in, I know at least a couple of you already have accounts on the server. I did not reset your passwords. So they're going to be just the normal, whatever password you last used. If you don't remember that password, let me know today. This is Monday, the first day of class, and I can change your password in no time at all. I will be around today. Okay. For everybody else, and I'm going to go ahead and type it in here, just so we'll know. Your initial password is going to be QWE123. That'll be everyone's first password if you're new to the system. Okay. Once you log in, you'll want to change that, and we'll talk about that. Okay. So the basic command we're going to be using then to connect to the server from the terminal, okay, is going to be the SSH command. That's a secure shell connection, which means that anything that we transfer over the internet will be encrypted. Okay. We're then going to use our username. Okay. So I'm DEF3QU. That's the first part of my email before the at. Okay. So yours is whatever your username is. Okay. We're then going to do the at symbol. The name of the server is Ludwig, as in Beethoven, dot MCS, Math Computer Science, dot UVAWise, dot EDU. Okay. When you do that, if it's your first time on the server, there will be a message that pops up saying that the authenticity of the host ludwig.mcs.uvays.edu can't be established. Okay. And then it's going to ask you, are you sure that you want to continue connecting? Okay. And the first time you'll say yes. After that, you don't have to worry about it. Okay. So again, my password is not QWE123, but my password is something different, but there you will type in QWE123. Note that as you're typing it, you don't see anything. Okay. It doesn't it doesn't show up as you're typing, which just is how things work. Okay. So now you're in, right? You'll find that Linux, there's a Linux tutorial out there. You'll find that Linux doesn't give you a lot. Okay. You can do a PWD just to let you know that you're in your home directory. It's the home and then your username. Okay. So the other thing you want to do, we'll cover in this video, is to change your password. To do this, type in the word PASSWD. Okay. When you do that and hit enter, it'll ask you for your existing password, which is QWE123. Okay. It will then ask you to create a new password. Okay. So that should be relatively straightforward. You want to pick something that you'll remember, but also something that nobody would guess. Okay. So typically we can use a couple of unconnected words as a good password, or the first letter of some phrase that you know really well, things like that. Okay. So I can't see your password. I can get into your account after root access and I can change your password, but I cannot tell you what your password is. Okay. So if you have problems, then let me know and I can reset the password back to QWE123 again and you can change it to something else. Okay. So It should, if it doesn't like your password, it will say bad password. It will still let you set that bad password, but I recommend that you change it to something a little stronger. If you say password 123, then it's probably gonna complain. Okay. So that's it. Once you've logged in and got to your password, you can then go on and do the Emacs, do the G++, all the other stuff that we'll do will be based on you logging into the server. Okay. It is important that you exit when you're done. If you just shut down the terminal, then it leaves a zombie process out there which takes up resources and may slow it down for somebody else. Type in exit. That's it. The connection's closed, and that's all we've got to do. Okay. So again, you want to log in, your initial password QWE123, and once you're in, you want to change that to whatever you want. And then once you're logged in, you can do everything else that we're going to do in the class. Okay. So this is fundamental to passing this class. And it's fundamental that this happens today so you don't get behind. So I will be around. If you have questions, make sure that you text me and we'll figure it out.